1952 Chevy pickup, day 5. Yesterday we got most of our welding done on our independent front suspension here. So we're going to go ahead and finish that off, grind it down, get it all nice and looking pretty. And then we'll start with either the master cylinder install or start working on our engine and getting it trial fitted into our slot right here. Okay, so these are the two grinders that I typically use when I'm grinding down my welds on something like this. And I'm not going to be grinding down all of them. I won't be taking down these kinds of welds here or anything like that. All I want to do is just get kind of these welded BBs off of here. If I've got any large globs, I can take those off. I like to clean up the frame rail right here so it's just nice and smooth. So first what I'll do is I'll use a hard wheel like this one and take it on down. But what that will do is it'll give you little gouges into your metal. So we use this wheel because it's a larger wheel. And this can give us a nice smooth action all the way across. Then we'll go ahead and finish off with, say, about a 120 grit just to get the large scratches out and then paint it up. So we've got all our pieces welded in, we've got welded up or grinded down nice and neat. Now we're going to work on getting that engine and tranny in there. So first we'll start by stripping all the old stuff off the engine. This is your engine lift plate. It's a lot easier to use than chains because it helps you get a lot more even. This right here will simply go on. We bolt it right to the plate. We can put our levels on and make sure that our engine's nice and even. So I recommend picking those up. They're typically about 10 to 20 bucks at your stores or swap meets. Okay, so now I'm going to slide the engine and tranny in, just kind of get a feel for how she's going to fit and where, and make sure there's nothing else in my way, and then we'll go from there. Your old trucks only have what's known as a single reservoir master cylinder. Basically what this means is if you get a leak anywhere in the line, you're dead. Dual master cylinders, like the kit we get from Brothers, has of course 2 master cylinders. So if you get a leak anywhere in the line, you still have half your brakes instead of none of your brakes. First thing we're going to do is take it out of the box and see what we got. First we've got the instructions with a few little pieces in it. And this is what we have when it comes out of the box. Everything's all nice assembled. We have our dual master cylinder. Already includes our proportioning valve on the bottom here with a brake light switch and the bracket. All the bolts are still attached to it right where they're going to be. Now what I like to do is take this apart so I can paint the master cylinder and the bracket right here. I like to leave this the same color, but sometimes what I'll do is shoot a clear coat on there so that it lasts longer. First thing we'll do is unbolt these bolts right here with a 5/8. This will just slide off. Don't lose that. Put your nut and washer back on so you don't lose it. take these lines off. We're using a 9/16. Separated. Put this in here so we don't lose it. Go ahead and take out these bolts right here because we don't want to paint these. Put them in the instruction bag so you can find them later. And our forward bolts that hold the booster on are 1/2" bolts. Put all the nuts and washers back on so we don't lose them. So we'll go ahead and paint these up along with our master cylinder. While everything's drying, we'll take the old one out. It goes a little like this. Okay, so here's your old master cylinder. We've got our brake lines attached to the back. We're going to go ahead and start and take those off first. Get a rag, because when you do, all the brake fluid will start leaking out. So get a rag and a bottle, catch all that stuff. Our bolts right here are 5/8. Basically, I'm just going to loosen these up right now. I'm not going to take them all the way off. We're going to leave these on for right now. Just want to make sure that they're loose. If they're not, we'll WD-40 them up while we're taking the rest of the things off. It's held on with a cotter pin, so we'll take that out. This clevis pin will slip out. Set that aside where you don't lose it. This is an odd little deal right here. What you do is you bring this edge forward, and then it allowed this to slide off. This one's been damaged in the past, so we'll have to get a new one of that. Now these pieces here will slide off. We'll unbolt our arm right there, 5/8. Now our brake arm is just going to slide off like this. And so will our clutch. Little bushing that goes in the middle. That'll come off easier. And now we'll go ahead and take this off the rest of the way. There you have it. This right here is the plate that goes behind, so it's usually a good idea to bolt this up so you don't lose it either. End of day 5. We've got our welding all done, everything grinded down nice and neat. We opened up our master cylinder kit and got it out, and we took our master cylinder off, and we stripped the inside of the cab, which you can't see, but trust me, I did it. Alright, tomorrow we'll get that master cylinder in, and we'll start getting the engine and tranny placed where we want it.